What are we saying again?
Hana dual set.
Okay.
Hana
dual set.
Hi everyone, welcome back to K-pop Crash Course. My name is Jo.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Bill.
Woo! I'm sitting here with my guest hosts, who
Guest.
my guest Gus.
Sorry.
Bill and Chris are BTS pros now. They know everything about BTS.
Yeah.
We've actually just done a deep dive, a crash course, if you will, about BTS, and I gave them, as you know, some good heavy hitting stuff.
Yeah.
But
You did.
But that's a drop in the bucket of everything.
Yeah.
Of just chapter 1. We haven't even hit any
I
of the
feel
new
like
stuff.
you gave me a lot to do.
Yeah, it's like homework. I'm gonna give
We
you
got
homework.
Yeah.
And I know how much you love docuseries and informational
Oh my
stuff.
gosh.
You're gonna eat it up.
I am ready.
Also, I want you to know, this is supposed to be a Blackpink video. I'm sorry about it, and I'm talking about BTS. But they have their own variety show where you could literally watch them play games. It's so fun. And they have V-Lives, and they just hang out all the time with ARMY. It's great. Anyways, Blackpink. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Well, wait, you watched the doc, right?
I did. And
Yeah.
it was because I love random documentaries. If you send me a random documentary, I'm going to watch it because I like to know really obscure information.
Here's my obscure information about blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. About why no bananas should ever be on a boat.
Yeah.
I
learned that yesterday.
Yeah, and did you know the
There was a
crew
sticker
on the
on it.
ship, they had a sticker on it that said no bananas on the boat, and they didn't even know why.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's because of this. And they were like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We never knew.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
But that's not Blackpink.
that's not Blackpink. That's bananas.
That's bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Indeed. No, you told me to watch the video or
You guys, I bugged her about it. Because I
So
know how much she
much.
loves docs, and I kept on being like, did you watch a Blackpink documentary? Did you watch it yet?
Yeah, and I watched it, and I don't know where you were, but
Probably working.
yeah, and you came home, and I was like, you have to know that this exists. Mostly because, I think when it comes to music, people want authenticity, and I growing up in the garage band, the grunge, the punk rock band scene, and going to those shows, if somebody got picked up, you were a sellout.
Yeah.
And so, to watch a culture that
Literally grooms them.
young people, to be performers, to be singers, to dance, to do all these things, was really confusing to my brain because I was like, is it still authentic?
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, well, what is authenticity? Is it about the artist and the thing that they're creating, or is it about the production value? Is it what makes it authentic? So that kind of went into my head a lot. And then how many American artists are truly writing their own songs and producing their own music, and but we like them.
Yeah.
And so I kind of wrestled with that, on top of I'm in marketing now, and they're just, the marketing they do is incredible.
Incredible.
And merchandising and all these different things for these K-pop groups, and it's all in the effort to sell money, but at the end of the day, what I learned from the Blackpink documentary is that there are artists who really love what they're doing behind all the production and all the grooming and all of that, and really what's happening is they're given the opportunity to create their art, which is kind of special, on top of having a really intense team that is gonna make a good product from the consumer's point of view. So anyways, it's all very fascinating to me.
I think with K-pop versus American culture, and I don't know if it's just me, but I feel in K-pop there's so much transparency as far as we see them, they have their own variety shows, they're doing Weverse lives, they're just hey, we're here, this is us, this is the good, the bad, the ugly, me just waking up, this is me, this is literally them, and you get to know them more than, I feel I don't, I know some of our artists, but I don't know them the way that I feel I know them. It's just because they...
It's interesting. And I mean, you've mentioned BTS trying to learn Instagram was a whole thing.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I don't know anything about it, but I know you mentioned it. And so, like,
Yeah.
that in itself, just to be like, because, like, an American artist, I feel like somebody's managing their Instagram
Yeah.
usually, or at least
Media
they're getting, like,
specialists and
some
stuff,
kind of
yeah.
crash course in how to
Yeah.
run Instagram.
Yeah.
And for them to just, like, fumble through it
Yeah.
is just, that's great. Like, I mean, sorry.
I mean, they have their own platform, like Weverse. A lot of K-pop artists use Weverse to do lives.
Okay.
They'll literally just be, like, live streaming and eating ramen and, like, talking to their people. Like, literally. Like, Jimin just had a birthday, so he just had his birthday with them, and he just, like, ate a cake with them, and, like, just, that's what they do. And so, I think when they were trying to figure out Instagram, you could literally see them not know what they're doing at all. It's so funny. But,
That's interesting too, and like from a marketing perspective, because this newer generation that's got a lot of buying power, like I teach on generational marketing, they are to an extent rejecting technology because they want personal interaction and they want this authenticity. And so for these K-pop bands to be just naturally doing that, I mean, maybe it's not naturally, maybe there is a marketing person that's just like, hey, do these things, but that sells so well to that age group and that demographic.
I mean, they're very authentic in front of camera, because I know with BTS they shouldn't do a live without a staff member there to kind of monitor that they don't do anything stupid. And at one point, V did a V live by himself, and it was like all these memes afterwards of like staff members being like, "Oh my god," because he literally was like, "Oh, it works." And then he like got off. It was like 10 seconds long, or just like, oh.
It was like
him
Chris
staring
Hemsworth and who was the other person that they wouldn't let them do interviews together and alone?
Is it because they kept on like spoiling stuff?
No, it was Chris Evans and what's the name of Chris Spider-Man, because they were goofing with each other.
Oh.
No, they would just get off topic and they couldn't do an interview because they would just goof around the entire time. I read that recently, and so they had to have a handler.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So, I see that. Okay.
I believe that. It's just so funny.
Now I have to go watch all these.
Yeah. It like, oh my gosh, you guys, there's so many compilation videos.
So now it's more homework.
Yeah, more homework. But it's
and
fun
this
homework.
is a Blackpink video.
Yes, let's talk about Blackpink, guys. So Blackpink, you guys, I'm so like...
Back to the subject at hand.
Blackpink is a 4-piece girl group, and they are, it's like Jisoo, Lisa, Rose, and Jennie.
And they're not all Korean.
Well, 3 of them are Korean. Lisa's from Thailand.
Okay.
And then...
but one of them, like, grew up in Australia or something, right?
So Jennie was born in South Korea and then moved to New Zealand and then moved back to Korea. And then Rose is from Australia. So, like, they have accents.
But they're all Korean.
Yeah, they're all, like, 3 of them are Korean. Jisoo's the only one that's, like, born and raised in Korea.
Okay.
But, yeah. As far as, like, BTS's discography, Twice's discography, they have, like, over 300 songs each. Like, tons of music. Blackpink has less music, but, I mean, they pack a punch.
Yeah.
And so, usually when people think of K-pop in their head, without actually knowing a lot about K-pop, they usually think bubblegum.
Mm-hmm.
This is not, like, Blackpink is not bubblegum. They're more like girl crush concept, where they're, like, bad bitches. So, but what I have lined up for you is a medley from the show, which is, like, 2 of their songs, so you can see more of their vocals. And then a music video called How You Like That, which was like a really big song like a year ago. And then I think in the next video I'll have you guys react to the 2 newer like things that just got released this last month.
Okay, cool.
Guys ready?
Yep.
I'm ready.
You got your notes?
Put your ears in.
I got my notes.
Love, 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 how you love to hate me. Kinda said that you always been like that. See me making waves and you don't like that. Driving through your puddles going splish splash. Splash, splash, splash. Stressing over nothing, baby, relax. Why you getting angry? I'ma kick back. Only thing I think about is big stacks. Negative nights, baby, you're wasting all your time. I can't relate, I keep it light. No drama in my life. Wake you. I've been good lately, blowing up, working, busy. You ain't worth my love if you only love to hate me. Love, 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 love. How you love to hate me. Love, 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 love. You ain't worth my love if you only love to hate me.
I'ma let you fade into the background. Baby, on my shoes, I get into round. Keep on turning it up when you want me down.
Negative days, negative nights, baby, you're wasting all your time. I can relate, I keep it light. No drama in my life. Wake up, yeah, make up, baby, I need you. I've been good lately, blowing up, working, busy.
You ain't my love if you only love to hate me. Love, 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 love.
How you love to hate me, love, 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 love. You ain't worth my love if you only love to hate me. Love to hate me, you hate to love me. I'm taking back what you've taken from me. You mistaken, honey, it's something that remind me why I be alone on my own. If I needed you, I had you, that I know. Hold up, I could do that by myself. Don't need help. One of a kind of hand that I was dealt. Like, oh well, felt. Cupid was stupid, I should've knew it. Cause I've been through it, you wouldn't do it if he ain't foolish, stupid.
애써서 활짝 웃었던 날에 밤은 왜 더 어둘까? Kiss bring me down, down, down.
모두 너무 쉽게 내뱉던 말 아마 들리겠지 뭐잖아. I've heard enough, I've heard enough of the things that I'm not. 세상이 바뀌어가도 아직 나는 그대로인걸. 내가 걸어가는 이 길을 꿈꾸던 그때 그대로 내 매일을 춤추던 전 그 자리에 남아있는걸. But you never know unless you walk in my shoes. You never know 엉켜버린 내 끈. Cause everybody sees what they wanna see. It's easier to judge me than to believe.
깊이 숨겼던 낡은 생각들 가끔 나를 자꾸 괴롭히지만 그럴수록 I'ma shine, babe. You know they ain't gotta shine on me.
Sunday night, I've been swallowed by my bed. I've been all over my head, wondering if I gotta try to pretend. 나도 잘 모르는 날, 누가 알아주길 기대하는 내 모습을 찾기가 두려워. 저 빛이 더 밝아질수록 그림자도 길어지는데 너무 눈이 부셔 올 때 한 뒤를 볼 수 있을까?
온 세상이 바뀌어가도 아직 나는 그대로인걸. 내가 걸어가는 이 길을 꿈꾸던 그때 그대로 내 내일을 춤추던 처음 그 자리에 남아있는걸.
But you never know as you walk in my shoes. You never know 엉켜버린 내 끈. Cause everybody sees what they wanna see. It's easier to judge me than to believe. 깊이 숨겼던 낡은 생각들 가끔 나를 자꾸 괴롭히지만 그럴수록 I'm shine, baby. You know they ain't gotta shine on me. 가라앉으면 안 돼, 나도 잘 알아. 땅만 보는 채로 날 순 없어. 구름 건너편엔 아직 밝은 내가 그려왔던 그림 속에 찢어버린 곳들까지 다 비워 내 옷을 수 있게. 보기 싫었던 너만 마주할래. 난 기억해, so I'll be okay. 파란 내 방안 가득 꽃이 피게. You know I'll always be waiting. But you never know as you walk in my shoes. You never know 엉켜버린 내 끈. Cause everybody sees
think those were both B-sides. So it was more like chill, like a live set kind of deal. And then this one's more like the heavy hitting. Like, this is like their summer bop.
You need to change, LA.
We do.
Blackpink in your area.
보란 듯이 무너졌어 바닥을 뚫고 저 치아까지 엊그처럼 잡겠다고 저 높이 두 손을 뻗어봐도 다시 캄캄한 이곳에 light up the sky 네 두 눈을 보며 I kiss you bye 실컷 비웃어라 꼴 좋으니까 이젠 너희 하나 둘 셋 How you like that? You gon' like that? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. How you like that? How you like that? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Now, look at you, now look at me. Look at you, now look at me. Look at you, now look at me. How you like that? Now, look at you, now look at me. Look at you, now look at me. Look at you, now look at me. How you like that? Your girl need it all and that's 100. 패킷 중에 100 내 몫을 원해. Come on, get some. 난 같지만 어쩔 순 없잖아. What's up? I'm right back. 방금 sweater cock back. Plain Jane get hijacked. Don't like me, then tell me how you like that. Like that. 더 캄캄한 이곳에 shine like the stars. 그 미소를 띠며 I kiss you goodbye. 실컷 비웃어라 꼴 좋으니까 이제 너희 하나 둘 셋. How you like that? You gon' like that? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. How you like that? How you like that? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Now, look at you, now look at me. Look at you, now look at me. Look at you, now look at me. How you like that? Now, look at you, now look at me. Look at you, now look at me. Look at you, now look at me. How you like that? 나에게 이른 채로 추락했던 날 어두운 하늘 속에 갇혀 있던 날 그때쯤에 넌 날 끝내야 했어 Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane Yeah Bring out the boss bitch Yeah Blackpink Dum 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 How you like that? Dum 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 You gon' like dum 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 How you like that? Dum 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 dum
So that's Blackpink. I kind of wish I did it in the other, like, How You Like That first and then the live version. But, but yeah.
Huh.
Different vibes.
Well, I freaking love it.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, like even when I watched the show, I was like, okay, this is a band I dig.
This is a what?
A band that I dig. Like I really
Oh.
like it.
Yeah.
I tend to really enjoy female artists.
Yeah.
And groups, and this one doesn't. So
I know, I'm like trying to read your thoughts and I don't know where it's going. So, but I'll let you talk first.
okay.
Yeah.
There's a line in the first, or I guess it was in the show medley that I think is in Trolls. In one of the, like, so we have a kid, right? So we watch all the kids' movies.
Yeah.
But I think and the Trolls movies are great, even the shorts, because it introduced young kids to such a vast variety of different kinds of music.
Yeah.
And even like I have a friend who's a teacher, and a kid was sitting in his classroom singing Blackbird, and he was just like, you're like a third grader, how do you know that song? And then he came to me and he was like, what's this Trolls movie?
Yeah.
And I was like, it's this movie that's out and they're watching it and it's introducing them into all this music. And so I feel like there's a line in that song that's in, or maybe it just sounds like it.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like I think Blackpink, and I think of the K-pop Trolls.
Yeah. The K-pop trolls were actually voiced by Red Velvet, which is this other group that I want to do later. But
okay, but like,
so.
I don't know. I like them, and like I said, and I think in the previous movie or video that we did, my daughter's one of her best friends loves Blackpink, and so, I don't know. I like them. I think they're great. What are your thoughts?
What are my thoughts?
Yeah.
Definitely not.
You don't like them?
No, I didn't say I don't like them. It's definitely not what I would expect from a K-pop girl band, as you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
It's more bubblegummy and more, which I didn't like at all.
Yeah.
The bubblegum?
I don't like bubblegum at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, neither do I.
Yeah, I think to me is more about. It's less about the music and more about
the cutesy
and the. I mean, sex sells, right? So you're trying to get people to buy these albums by making the girls look as cutesy and as attractive as possible. And I'm not saying that these girls aren't in Blackpink, but that's not what they're doing here. They're not about the I want to be cute for you. They're about I'm an artist. Yeah. And like you said earlier, I'm a bad bitch. And I think that absolutely came out, and that definitely in that How You Like That song, because there wasn't a lot of cutesy in there. Yeah. There was very much I'm badass and just deal with it.
Just
and
deal with it.
I kind of did like that. My proclivity isn't necessarily towards female artists and bands. I think that's just it's not really a prejudice in mine. I don't relate to females. Yeah. Because I'm not female, obviously. So so I don't know how to relate to an artist talking about what they're talking about, because it's not how my worldview is. Yeah. But as far as the music in it, because I was listening more to the music, it was fantastic.
Yeah. Actually, when we were listening to that first medley, I was just like, I hope Bill likes the music, like the actual instrumentals and like the sounds.
Yeah. Oh no, that was fantastic. I mean, the way they mixed it up, and it went from pop to kind of easy listening to moving into hip hop at one point. Like, that flow, like you don't get that from American or even European bands, because they're just one thing. We're country, or we're I mean, they're trying to do some crossover stuff now, and it's kind of starting to work, but they don't really flow that well. Yeah,
it makes
like,
sense.
These bands know what they're doing. Like this is, I mean, this is this genre. Yeah, it's K-pop is more everything. Yeah, than not just one specific. Yeah, and I like that. I like it a lot musically.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense why they have to be their own genre, because they wouldn't fit in anything else.
Yeah. Like, literally, people are like, they think K-pop is like just Korean pop, and I'm like, no, it's just so much bigger than that. Yeah. There's like hip hop, there's like rap, there's like rock, there's hip, like it's all over the place. And keep talking. You're fine.
I definitely thought that like they were doing the flowy stuff, and then the world group came in with the hard hitting rap, and I was like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I got you.
This is so cool. And the thing is, she's rapping in Korean. She's Thai. She had to like learn the language.
That's what it was. Yeah. She didn't know Korean. That's what was like blowing my mind in the documentary that we watched, was just like, this girl learned a language in order to be part of something. Yeah. That's like a big deal.
Yeah. Like there's another band called Stray Kids, and like Felix doesn't know, like he didn't grow up, like he's from Australia. So he doesn't know Korean. He had to like learn Korean. Like, can you imagine being like, I have to go over there, let me learn the language, and then I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna rap. Like, that's so crazy. Like, that's awesome. But yeah, that's kind of what I have as far as like starting off, like your palette. You know, it's just like, here you go. Like, there's a little bit of a.
The How You Like That song, is that the one that you were like, oh, I know that song?
It's on a lot of TikToks and stuff.
Yeah, I know that one. Like, I've heard parts of it before.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to say that, but that I wrote it down. Kudo Shudo? That I wrote it down phonetically. That's the line in that song that I'm almost certain is in part of one of the Troll songs.
Oh, it's when they're breaking it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear it, right? Yeah. I don't know if that's what the line is, but
I don't know if it's the same language or not, but I can I don't know if the words were the same, but the beat was the same. Oh. Like the kind of the...
Okay.
Yeah. My brain, because like
Are you talking about like the troll song when like the K-pop trolls were singing, or like?
Because when they do that doo-doo like that drop, they drop the beat, or like they drop it low, you know, that hit.
Now I want to look it up.
Because the K-pop trolls actually sing a Red Velvet song, because they're like the Red Velvet girls are voicing them, so they sing. I think Red Flavor or something. But we watched that afterwards. Like, I actually watched it because they battle the reggaeton trolls.
Yeah.
And the girl that was our guest loved reggaeton.
That's awesome.
And so we did the Red Velvet Trolls video, and then we watched Red Velvet, and then we watched the next video was Block B, which did a reggaeton K-pop song.
That's cool.
So it's just kind of cool, kind of like picking what other people really like, and then I'm like, you like rock? Here's some rock K-pop.
Yeah.
You know, and so, but yeah.
But it's funny that K-pop is doing what that movie was saying that we should do with music.
Yeah.
Is you don't need to be on the country troll or
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
K-pop is already doing that. And
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any country K-pop stuff, but like
oh my
that
God,
seems to be
that
a
would
very
be the
specific
best.
American song, but
Yeah.
or even I guess Australian too. But
I was trying to brainstorm some. I feel like country's very U.S.
well, it's U.S. and Australians. There's a lot of
Yeah.
Australians do
I would
country
love
too.
to
But,
see some K-pop country.
There's some.
but like they're doing that. What Trolls was saying, like
Yeah.
we're not. We're all the same race. We're all human, and
We're
so
all-
our music
yeah.
should flow like that.
Yeah,
I think it's really cool.
I like it too.
You might be converting me into a little bit of a K-pop fan, Joe.
What?
I'm definitely gonna listen to that one.
Oh my
album,
god, I'm so
but
excited. I'm so excited.
I'm digging this music.
I'm excited that you're gonna dig into that album like by yourself because you're like interested in it. I love the fact that you love docs because I'm sending you all this stuff.
I'm gonna watch so many things.
So many things. But I'm learning more about the other bands. I feel like I just fell into the BTS rabbit hole really quick, but I'm trying to learn more about the other ones, and they're all like the caliber that like these kids have as far as like singing, dancing, rapping, languages.
Does Blackpink write their own stuff too?
I know that Teddy produces a lot of stuff with them. He's a producer, and I think they write some. I feel like Rose writes her own stuff. I feel like I don't know.
She's the rap.
She's one of the singers. She's one of the soul singers.
I know one of them is really into dance, and she helps with a lot of choreography.
Yeah, Lisa's a big dancer. Yeah. But when it comes to BTS, I know that they write their own stuff. Twice writes a lot of their own stuff. I don't know about the other groups, though.
Okay.
But yeah.
We asked a question you didn't know.
I know. I don't know everything, you guys. I'm sorry. I need to learn more.
Stump the host.
Still,
Yes.
I'm still learning. I don't know. Put the answers in the comments.
Yes.
Comment.
Tell us.
Yeah, let us know. But that's it for this video. We're going to keep going with the other ones, which are the newer releases. You guys ready for that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's sign off here.
Subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
See you in the next video.